Hey everyone, vpsi.org here again. Just wanted to talk a little bit about funding your Forex account. And it's not really that easy if you are in the US and you want to use alternative funding methods. Now, most of the big names in the Forex brokerage industry will accept ACH transfers, wires, credit cards, checks. Some may even take money orders and more esoteric forms of payment. However, given that if you're watching this, my guess is that you're probably pretty savvy and you also have a PayPal account that you use to buy and sell things, Christmas presents for the kids or your nephew and niece, or, just anything online. You shop at Amazon or eBay, right? It's a pretty common form of online payment. However, surprisingly, or maybe not surprisingly, the Forex industry lags behind the times when it comes to payment processing. And there are reasons for this, but I just want to go over a few that that do accept funding from PayPal. The first one is plus 500, and it took us a long time to dig out this information, but it's very clear here that you can pay or fund your account by PayPal. They talk about how to do that. They're generally pretty helpful, and while they don't accept things like cash, skip down here to withdrawals, and they say that their policy is to make refunds to a customer's original source of remittance wherever possible. And you have to keep in mind, you have to provide a way of substantiating your identity. And that usually includes a government issued identification card, driver's license, or some other form of official ID if you don't have a driver's license, and a recent utility bill statement to show that you live where you say you live. Now, so that's great. They will accept PayPal. They'll also take Skrill. You see Visa, MasterCard. I don't know, is that Diners Club? I forget what symbol that is. But anyway, there are a number of a wire payment or wire transfer. So plus 500, they will accept it. The other one that's a really big name, and I mean, there are so many online Forex brokers that it would take a day to go through all of them. And they tend to bury all the funding information. It's pretty annoying. I wish they were a bit more forthright. But Oanda is probably the most reputable of the bunch. They have really decent spreads as well, which is pretty good, between like 1 and 2 pips, whereas plus 500 is probably around 2 pips. And I should say, I think plus 500 allows 200 to 1 leverage, and they have a minimum deposit of probably about $100. It may be 50 somewhere. It's not a um, big deposit. Oanda, I think they have no minimum, which is also really interesting. And they list here the methods that they'll accept. Um, so deposit limits, yeah, no limit for verified PayPal accounts, up to 100 Canadian dollars from unverified PayPal accounts. So now it does say CAD accounts only. So you may want to check with them if you are outside Canada. And that is one of the difficulties for people who want to trade Forex because of the Vogler rule. And you know, Forex companies' fear of, I guess, dealing with a lot of legislation, since they're not able to offer very high leverage. It decreases their ability to, make profits from losing trades. So a lot of them have pulled out of the U.S. So like eToro is no longer, I don't think you can trade if you are U.S. based with eToro. And there are a lot of them like that. Um, so you really have to do your due diligence before signing up. Make sure you check, what can I fund with? Can I withdraw it back into that account? How long do I have to wait for withdrawals? Are there fees on that? Uh, Whether they're going to be friendly and easy to deal with or not. So that's a little heads up. And while we're on the subject of alternative methods of payment, I just found out about this today. There's a site called TradersWay.com, and they are accepting Bitcoin. And for those of you who know a little bit about Bitcoin, it's a cryptocurrency. It's been going through some fluctuations. It was about $1,000 to one Bitcoin in, when was that? January or so of 2014, and then it has just been on this rapid decline. It's now settling around 400, and there is some life in Bitcoin now that PayPal has just announced that they are going to start opening the doors to allow payment integration with Bitcoin for digital goods, I believe it is. But some people think that is going to points to the big sites like Steam that sell video games and have a very, very large following, that Bitcoin is here to stay. But who knows? But anyway, Traders Way, if you are into Bitcoin, and again, they will take other forms of payment, it looks like, but I don't see PayPal on there. And one of the reasons why people like me, why I like PayPal, is because it's secure, it's trusted, it's pretty well known to be a trustworthy payment platform, and they do have some fees associated. I think if you make a purchase with PayPal, it's about 3% that I think somebody has to pay. There are transaction charges, but you may want to check with some brokers. They might even absorb that 3% payment requirement. So anyway, just a quick heads up when you're thinking about getting into Forex programs, that you might be able to fund your account in a way that's more convenient than doing a bank transfer, and certainly better than using a credit card. I really don't think people should be using credit cards to do Forex trading. That's my opinion. But anyway, I'll leave it there. I hope you guys are having a great day in the markets. So far, I think I made a video a little bit earlier of what's going on with the euro US dollar, and it's been sort of trending sideways now after a huge drop here this morning. Within about 2 hours, it really crashed, and it's down to the lowest point it's been in 2 years. It's not at its low, but this is the second lowest point, I should say, in 2 years. So interesting things going on there. Anyway, vpsi.org. Hope you guys are having a great day, and we'll be back soon with a new video. Take care.